You're watching ESPN Champ Week, presented by Principal. This is the Big Sky Women's Basketball Championship Finals, featuring Montana Lady Grizz against the Montana State Bobcats. Big Sky country well represented, as this is an all-Montana final, and some of the best talent in the state going head-to-head. This is how they got here. Montana State, the #1 seed, easy coasting into the finals. But for Montana, they have been a surprise, knocking off the #3 and 2 seed to find their way into the finals. Happy to have you with us, everyone. Tracy Warren along with Krista Redpath. And Krista, Montana State, the #1 defense in the Big Sky. That is no surprise, but for Montana, they are playing some of their best basketball in March.
Well, Montana State has gotten here behind their defense, but you also have to take a look at that depth. Oftentimes relying on 11 different scorers. And for Montana, they have relied on some Lady Grizz magic. These second halves have been phenomenal for the Lady Grizz. I bet today's going to be a great one.
For Montana State, they've got the Big Sky MVP in Esmeralda Morales.
Esmeralda Morales has been dominating for this Bobcat team, showing her range and scoring at all levels. She gives this team so much more than scoring. It's her leadership, it's her poise, and her willingness to get to the big dance. 14 points against Idaho State, 10 points against UNC. She is a force and on a mission.
Mac Koenig for Montana. She has been a double-figure machine.
Mac Koenig had Player of the Week honors the last week of conference play, and she has not stopped since then. 20 points against Idaho, 29 points against NAU with 5 assists and 7 rebounds. Mac Koenig is getting it done on the offensive end for this Lady Grizz team.
And for Montana, Nate Harris is the interim coach. He's got a 9-7 record, but he's got his team playing their best basketball down the stretch. He is a fiery head coach who's a great motivator for these Lady Grizz. For Montana State, Tricia Binford is in her 20th year at the helm of Montana State. She is your Big Sky Coach of the Year. It's her 5th honor in 20 seasons. Montana is in their crimson away jerseys, and Montana State is in their home white. And the tip goes to Esmeralda Morales, the Big Sky Player of the Year, and have been a scoring machine. The transfer from Portland State.
Montana State's just had dominating first quarters in this tournament, really coming out and commanding their presence on the offensive end.
And there's the turnover. We talked about Montana stepping up their defense. They're going to need to force some turnovers to get some offense. Danny Barch, honorable mention, all Big Sky with the basketball. Errant throw, knocked out of bounds. These two teams faced each other during the regular season. It was really a tale of two stories. Montana State won both, but it was a close game, a one-pointer back in January. And in February, a very different game at 98-66. Montana State wins.
Mac Koenig just picking up where she left off, finding early offense for the Lady Grizz and finding that key. Montana just coming out in a strong man-to-man defense.
Caitlin Martin has been a force. First team all Big Sky as they get the ball to her for 3.
Avery Waddington with the big board. She has certainly been a lift for this Montana team. The freshman. She's given Montana scoring and also that added length.
Waddington had the shot there. She gave it back. Mac Koenig.
Mac Koenig, 29 points against NAU. She couldn't miss, and she is getting it done early.
Meanwhile, the Bobcats trying to find some offense. Weak side rebound, Montana. This is a very different story. Usually the Bobcats running out to the early lead. It's the Lady Grizz.
And right now the Lady Grizz settling into a half-court offense, and they don't like it. They want to get up and go and dictate pace.
The kick out to Martin. Got it!
And that was one of the keys for this Lady Grizz team is transition defense. You got to get back and get a hand in shooters' faces. They have so many weapons.
Martin's second team all Big Sky. 5-3 ball game, and answering right away is the Lady Grizz. Rebounding key as they start their offense.
McClimate Call. Her hands all over the ball.
Waddington again had another look. The freshman gets it into Matt Koenig. Comes up short. Rebound, McClimate Call has it blocked.
So impressed with the aggression by this Lady Grizz team. Right here, Matt Koenig. Early offense for Montana.
Addison Harris, one of 3 substitutes off Trish Binford's bench. She will go to her bench early and often, and there is a turnover, and here comes Morales. She has it stolen.
Just sloppy play by both teams. Hands on every ball, early turnovers, some nerves in this championship game.
Danny Barsh the kick out. Koenig draws 2 defenders. Risky passing by the Lady Grizz. Waddington
showing that athleticism. Montana keeping that key open for that dribble penetration.
The freshman out of Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Morales is off.
So far, the Lady Grizz have not shown that these 5 starters have played back-to-back days of over 30 minutes, Tracy. Right here, just hard to the hoop, Avery Waddington.
There are a lot of Lady Grizz fans here. It's partly because the men are also in the championship. And what did Trish Binford say? It depends on what arena you're in on how well we play. But I think the Lady Grizz fans have come to Boise, Idaho.
Well, the Lady Grizz fans always show up, and I've known that since my playing days. They love to support their teams. Again, Avery Waddington. Another nice take.
9-3, the number 6 seed leading the number 1 seed in the early going. They're trying to get Martin free.
Montana just finding that urgency on the defensive end. They get a lot of the momentum when they make shots. Just scrappy and hands all over the ball. Huge turnover, and you can just feel the momentum.
The senior Lexi Deeden trapped underneath. Trish Binford goes to her bench again. Natalie Picton checks in. Picton was in the starting lineup as Morales came in. She is now off the bench. Take a look at the graphic at regular season and the win in the tournament. Some Montana magic for the Lady Grizz. McClimate Call.
They can do no wrong right now, picking right up where they left off in that second half against NAU. McClimate Call. She had 16 points against NAU, 18 rebounds, Tracy, against Idaho. She has stepped up huge in this tournament for the Lady Grizz.
Lady Grizz shooting 62% with shots like this.
Lady Grizz just keeping the floor spread, allowing room.
And again, #1 defense in Montana State. They don't give a lot of points up, and Montana taking it to them out of bounds. Gonna go to the Lady Grizz.
We've said this throughout the tournament, Tracy, that Montana is a momentum team. And we're feeling it right now early in Idaho Central Arena.
4 turnovers for the Bobcats here in the early going. Matt Koenig is the engine that runs it. Waddington drew the size mismatch throughout this tournament, gave her some opportunities, and overpassing by the Lady Grizz.
We talk about those early turnovers for Montana State.
And Trish Binford's going to try and regroup around those turnovers. Montana with the 12-3 lead. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Principal. Let's build a retirement and benefits plan that works for your team. Last few champs here in Big Sky Country that get the automatic bid. How about Sacramento State just 2 years ago? That had Coach Mark Hambles at TCU. Eastern Washington, last year's champs. And we're going to have a new champion. Montana or Montana State. What kind of adjustments do we need to see the Bobcats make after the 12-3 opening run by the Lady Grizz?
Well, they need to find some aggression here that we just haven't seen. We talk about one Achilles heel that they've had in this tournament has been turnovers. They had 24 against UNC and 17 against Idaho State. You're seeing some early turnovers for this Bobcat team, and if you're Coach Binford, you want to clean that up.
Taylor Cherrick runs into some traffic. Just a swarming Lady Grizz. Shot clock at 1. Picton! Koenig trying to push tempo. And that's how it's done.
Montana is feeling it, getting offense from multiple weapons. MJ Bruno, huge three.
Picton.
MJ Bruno had the defensive plan of having to take on Taylor Feldman against Northern Arizona. She kept her to 1 point, and right here you can just see she's turning it into offense, giving Montana that spark.
Lexi Deaton comes out of the game. Mara Dykstra back in for the Bobcats as they need some height, and that's Dykstra with the basketball at 6'2". And they are working the clock. Addison Harris loses a handle on it. Cherrick, the freshman. They've got 2 freshmen on the floor.
Just fantastic defense by the Lady Grizz, forcing an off-balance shot.
Waddington picks up her dribble.
You can just see that pressure. 10-second call. Natalie Picton firing up her team.
Look, Waddington's not been in this situation before. She's just a freshman for Nate Harris. She gets caught in the backcourt, maybe a timeout, but you can see the whole atmosphere is elevated, and Nate Harris is trying to calm his team down. Happy-go-lucky, he believes they can do it, and they are feeding off his optimism. Picton has been a great scorer, formerly a starter, double figures off the bench. Nice move inside.
Mara Dykstra missed a couple games with an ankle sprain. She's only played 15 and 10 minutes. She hasn't had to in this tournament, but giving Montana State that offense they need.
So here's the full court pressure to take some time off the clock as Koenig looks back at Nate Harris. And she's got 16 to work.
Montana likes that 5 out. They like to keep that key open for dribble penetration.
Dykstra with the rebound, the one and done. We saw them go cold against in the semifinals when they were just doing one and done and weren't working the boards. And what a semifinal that was, beating number 2 seed NAU in a shocker. Harris, the freshman. Oh, what a move.
Addie Harris, just a strong post presence off the bench. The 6'1" freshman from Camas, Washington.
And here's a turnover. All defensive team Cherrick comes up with it.
Montana State, number 1 in the nation with steals per game at 14.7.
Dykstra working low post. And a fight for the ball, and this is the Bobcat basketball we're used to seeing, tying you up at every turn.
And leading the way, freshman Taylor Cherrick, who's going to take a seat. But right here, just impressive defense.
And let's keep in mind the substitutions, Krista, because 3 more fresh legs off the bench for the Bobcats. See how that plays as we get further into this game, in this up-tempo type game.
Well, that is definitely part of Binford's plan in terms of keeping those fresh legs and wearing down these Montana starters that have played a lot of minutes.
Koenig draws the double team, brings it down, just able to pass out of it. Risky pass, and the Bobcats pick it off. Morales. Martin, got it!
Just a fantastic read by Esmeralda Morales, drawing the double team in, which leaves Martin open on the wing. Montana State working that offense early.
Bobcats on a 10-0 run. They have clawed their way back into this game. McClimate call. One and done.
Nobody on the offensive boards for Montana. That's just a weakness of the 5-out. You're not always in great rebounding position.
Morales, count it. We got a tie ball game.
So collected and poised. Takes a lot to rattle her. The Big Sky Conference MVP for a reason, a unanimous first team all-conference selection.
Koenig has about a nanosecond between shot and game clock. Koenig guarded by Morales. The kick out to McClimate, call for 3!
What offense for Montana. Matt Koenig just winding that shot clock down and finding McClimate call. The end of the first quarter. Montana by 3.
Four-point Montana lead. They took away 1 point from Montana State, making it a 2, not a 3. That is the difference. 18-14. What a frenetic last minute in that first quarter, Krista.
We saw some really high-octane offense by both teams. Esmeralda Morales drawing in that double team, finding Martin. Again, finding her way to the paint. She'll take it. And right here, Matt Koenig finding one of her favorite targets, McClimate call, as seconds tick down in that first quarter. We had some really fun basketball in the first quarter. Tracy?
All Montana. Big Sky Country coming out in full force. They love their women's basketball. Morales loves the three-pointer.
And right there, it just continues. Esmeralda Morales, so prolific with her decision-making.
One of the hallmarks for the Bobcats, coming out quick and getting the other team on their heels. They're trying to do that here in the second quarter as a slower pace for Montana, as they've got a limited bench.
They do not want Montana to settle in offensively. Montana looking for that dribble penetration, draw in the defender, and look for open shooters.
Shot clock violation.
If you're Montana State, you really like how this quarter has started. Esmeralda Morales with a 3, and then a shot clock violation, and we're going the other way.
Bob Schofield, Tyler Trimble, Teresa Turner are our officials today. They've been with us all week. 5 days of women's Big Sky tournament basketball. It is a 1 seed and a 6 seed playing for the right to go to the NCAA tournament and win a Big Sky championship. Out to the side, off the mark is Montana State, and a steal by Martin.
Passing and catching, so important. The one-handed passes are just exactly what Montana State wants to bait you into.
And look at the size differential as they kick it out to Danny Barch. That's her first shot of this game, and she has been integral to their offense. Morales.
Danny has been really effective for Montana, but it's been in the second quarter. She had 9 points all in the second half, and really two pivotal charges, Tracy, that I think changed the momentum of that game. She just represents so much for this Lady Grizz team.
Barch is averaging double figures in this tournament. And there's a block by Montana State and a save. Great defense by Ella Johnson to create some offense. Morales. Man, that is tough to stop.
She just puts her team on her back. She's crafty.
And the Bobcats have the 1 point lead. The Lady Grizz came out on fire, but the Bobcats have leveled the playing field now. Somebody's got to help Matt Koenig. They all are expecting it. The dish out to Danny Barch. That's her first bucket. Count it, and a foul.
Just an athletic move, a dive to the hoop. Matt Koenig with defenders swarming. They're not going to allow her to penetrate the paint. And Danny Barch stepping in that short corner with the finish.
Wholesale substitutions for both of these coaches, as now Nate Harris is trying to match the substitutions and fresh legs with Trish Binford. As Barch, who's a 93% free throw shooter, makes it a 3-point play. Grizz have regained the lead, the Lady Grizz. The freshman Chiric trying to get it to Morales. She wants to go to the WNBA. It's tough to stop her.
Quick release. And that's what's hard about Montana State. So many weapons, you have to guard them honestly.
Martin tries for the steal. Lady Grizz, is it tied up?
And this is that signature defense. Number 3 in the nation for turnover margin. Number 5 in the nation for turnovers forced per game at just about 24. Looks like they're going to give the ball to Montana.
It is a jump ball situation. Possession arrow was Montana. So they will give the Lady Grizz the basketball. Defense, look at that rankings. Leading the Big Sky. Leading Division I in steals.
Coach Binford hangs her hat on defense. It's the one part of the game she will not compromise on. She likes to keep those fresh legs. Every possession counts for Montana State.
Morales.
Oh, with the lucky bounce. Esmeralda Morales has been fantastic.
Fantastic showing by the MVP of the Big Sky. Can Montana respond? Waddington, she'll respond.
Avery Waddington giving Montana that offense and just taking away that Montana State momentum.
Montana State head coach Trish Binford says Esmeralda Morales sets the tone for the team. That tone has turned itself up.
Well, Morales has 10 points this quarter. She scored the last 12 MSU points. Just fantastic offense from their senior leader. She's the Big Sky Conference MVP for a reason, leading this Montana State team to 29 wins.
And let's remember, last year she was in a Portland State uniform, first team All Big Sky, but she said she came here because she really connected with Trish Binford and wants to play in the WNBA, and thought to be the total package, she wanted to learn to play defense as much as she is playing offense. Picked in right out of the break. Barsh with the rebound. Krista, offensively, what do the Lady Grizz need to do to open it up?
Well, they need to do just that. Avery Waddington not able to finish, but Montana very deliberate in keeping that paint open for the dribble penetration.
Fight for the rebound. McCly McCall on the ground. Boy, there are more jump balls with Montana State, because as soon as you bring the ball down, they are going for it.
The physicality is present on the court. Both of these teams have proven in the tournament that they're willing to give that extra hustle.
They had a 19-game win streak, did the Bobcats, snapped by Sacramento State March 1st. Trish Binford said it woke them up. They had to reset. They had to get more aggressive on defense and get ready for tournament play. Morales, Chiric with the runner, and she is fouled.
And on the other side, the Lady Grizz come in with a non-winning record, and they have just put it together at the right time for this tournament. Coach Nate Harris just going about 7 deep. He's really limited his rotations, found the athletic combination that he wants for tournament play.
Kylie Chiric, all defensive team for the Big Sky Conference. This is the first free throws for the Bobcats, and it's coming in the second quarter.
So uncharacteristic, as they are a team that really likes to get to the line. It just shows that offensively they have not been an attack mindset. Still have the lead here, but barely.
Lady Grizz find their offensive rhythm, and they can't find it now. 2 times down the floor, Waddington and Koenig just off the mark, and it's one and done because the great job the Bobcats are doing on the boards.
You see Montana State just deliberate, composed, giving there a room underneath.
Dykstra the kick out to Chiric. Harris, the freshman. Again, 2 freshmen on the floor for Montana State. Gives you an idea of their depth. Give and go to Harris, and she's fouled.
Second chance opportunities for Montana State. Just a miscommunication on defense, and they will make you pay. Just a good pick and roll. Addie Harris just senses that there was an overhelp. Catches Montana on their heels. Addie Harris has given Montana State about 6 points off the bench. Another one of those pieces to Coach Binford's long and agile length. She likes it on the wings, and you can see Montana State just wanting to work those gaps.
(27-24) lead for the Bobcats. Harris for 3.
Just a pure shot. 6-1 on the perimeter. Taylor Chiric with the assist.
And deflection out of bounds. Well, first quarter, Lady Grizz. This second quarter is looking a lot like Bobcat basketball, with Trish Binford kind of saying, focus on the defense.
Well, and Esmeralda Morales has been the difference maker. She led that charge, and they've just been chipping away. The Lady Grizz just unable to finish around the rim, which you've got to credit Montana State defense. everything is contested and you're off balance against the #1 defensive team in the league.
And they're having trouble inbounding the basketball. And that is what Bobcat defense will do to you.
It's stifling, and they take advantage.
Binford, former WNBA player and a fantastic teacher, as this year's Big Sky Coach of the Year and a #1 seed. Picton goes hard to the hole. Just look at Montana State crash the boards.
Mara Dykstra has been that for Montana State this season. Just crafty, athletic. And there's going to be a turnover. Coach Binford is home here in Boise State too, Tracy. She had a phenomenal career for Boise State. Hall of Fame, 3-time All Big Sky selection. She led Boise State in assists, second in steals, 1,171 points.
Montana again running into the juggernaut. Waddington tie it up. Ball with the Lady Grizz. As we look at Binford, she's got quite the fan following. She is got congratulated by so many folks here, but focused on the championship. A turnover for the Lady Grizz.
And this is this pace that Montana State wants to push. And if you're Montana, you don't want to give them that. Get a hand in passing lanes.
Four 6-footers and Morales out there for the Bobcats. Bunyan off the mark. The shot from the corner, that will do it. Wide open is MJ Bruno.
Three for MJ Bruno.
Two minutes to go in the first half. Morales!
She gives Montana State offense when they need it, trying to kill any type of momentum that the Lady Grizz might get.
She looks right at home in a Bobcat uniform. Waddington going strong to the hole, but rebound again, Montana State.
We see a hard time finishing around the rim, maybe thinking about those legs coming into play.
Offensive foul.
Danny Barge, all smiles for Montana. Those have been the signature plays, Tracy. MJ Bruno with just a deadly three, but right here, Esmeralda Morales with the answer.
MJ Bruno working to bring it up, but look at how big Montana State is on the perimeter.
Coach Binford loves the long length. 6 foot, long arms. They get a hand on every ball, and you can see right there, Ella Johnson all over the basketball.
Morales.
Montana, tough defense.
And a pushing foul going to be called on McClimate Call.
That's a tough one, because that's a reset for the shot clock.
Her second, team's third. And they'll inbound the basketball. 18 on the shot clock. Taylor Jansen. Thrown away, Jansen. And Morales will reset the offense.
Good decision making by Izzy Bunyan to bring it out and put the ball in the hands of your veteran leader. who's going to hold it.
Morales gets the screen. Morales! Wow!
Just fantastic. Reed spreads her team out, composed. She elevates, and she sells it. Big finish for Morales.
Morales 7 of 9 from the field. A fantastic job, 16 points. She's got 2 threes, and she'll come out and take a breather. 35-27, Lady Grizz are gonna have to pay for a last shot.
And you can see the triple team right there. And that is what signature Bobcat defense is all about. And Danny telling McClimate call, you got to know that that's coming.
.8 left in half. Sherrick, and that is gonna do it. The Bobcat defense has found their way in the second quarter. Nate Harris's Lady Grizz have to find some solutions. Is it Matt Koenig? They don't know, but they're gonna have a full half to figure it out. We're at halftime. We'll send it to studio. Montana State 35, Montana 27. You're watching ESPN Champ Week, presented by Principal. This is the Big Sky Women's Basketball Championship Finals, featuring the Montana Lady Grizz against the Montana State Bobcats. And we are inside Idaho Central Arena, and I'll tell you, Krista Redpath, 21-9, the Bobcats outscored the Montana Lady Grizz in that second quarter. They have forced 11 turnovers in the first half. It's Bobcat basketball.
It really is, but you got to credit the defense. They made it really hard for Montana to finish around the rim. You wonder if some of these tired legs were really factored into that second quarter. But offensively for Montana State, Esmeralda Morales, 15 second quarter points for the MVP. Pretty amazing work that she did. She put her team on her back.
There is a reason she is the Big Sky MVP.
Just showing poise and great decision making. She reads the defense and really just took charge of that second quarter. Dribble penetration to the key, she elevates. If you're Montana, you've got to know where she is at all times.
And for Matt Koenig, she has just 5 points, the first 5 points of the game. In yesterday's semifinals, she exploded for 29. She is averaging 24 points in this Big Sky tournament. She has got to be a factor in the second half for a team who we say, Krista, wakes up in the second half in Montana.
That's absolutely right. The little bit of Lady Grizz magic. They have just played fantastic in the second half of both of their tournament outings. Led by Matt Koenig, but I have to say the plate of Danny Barge, Tyler McClimate call in the second half. Also Avery Waddington. They have contributed to fantastic second halves.
Take a look at our first half stats. Montana and Montana State shooting better than 50%. So it's not that they're not shooting well. It's the turnovers leading to 11 points for the Bobcats as Morales begins the second half with the basketball.
And that's what Montana State has done throughout the conference and what almost led to an undefeated season.
Martin. And there are the Lady Grizz under the boards. We talked about how that needs to be a factor on both ends of the floor if they're going to remain in this game.
It's a disadvantage on the 5-out for offense because you are a ways from the basket. And if a shot bounces, you just don't have good positioning.
Martin with the rebound, Barsh with the miss, and they will push tempo.
Montana State's going to really try to do that and wear down this Lady Grizz team in the second half. Look for them to really push and attack the basket.
Izzy Bunyan is fouled.
Montana State got to the free throw line just 5 times in the first half. This is a team that likes to get to the free throw line between 15 and 20 times a game.
Izzy Bunyan, the sophomore guard, out of Wales. We have you covered for Selection Sunday once again. It all starts at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific with SportsCenter on ESPN. Reese and the guys look at the men's field of 68 as the brackets are announced, followed by bracketology on each region. At 8, the women's field of 68 is revealed with bracketology and complete breakdown at 9 Eastern on ESPN2. McClimate call, tie up.
Ella Johnson, and you can actually just see Montana State just swarm when the Lady Grizz bring the ball down. They like to double and triple team, and you know, if you're Montana, someone's open. You got 3 defenders hanging off you.
You wonder if it's Danny Barsh time. This is how they got back in the game before. It was Danny Barsh, and now there's numbers for the Bobcats.
Just a couple of misses from the Bobcats early in this third quarter.
Barsh has had surgery on her shoulder and her feet, but she stays in there and has played her 3rd consecutive game. McClimate called just short, gets her own rebound, trying to kick out. Koenig with the reversal. Waddington, long rebound. So 4 good looks for the Lady Grizz, Krista, but nothing doing there.
Montana State likes this ISO of Mara Dykstra.
In the corner, got it!
MJ Bruno. The Lady Grizz coming alive in the third quarter. MJ Bruno, her 3rd 3 of the game, giving Montana offense when they need it the most.
A Big Sky tournament title is at stake. Montana State leading by 7. And how about Montana greats? Well, our own Krista Redpath wore the Lady Grizz uniform from, well, it wasn't too long ago, from 1995 to 2000. Those are some great pictures. I love the Lady Grizz on the shorts. That's a look.
Some action shots there.
You guys won 4 championships when you played.
4 championships. 1997, we had a real challenge with Montana State, just beating them by 3 in the Big Sky Conference Championship in Dahlberg Arena. Finished the season 25-4. We were a number 9 seed that year. We lost by 2 to Texas Tech at Stanford. We had a nice run, Tracy.
Jurek, the freshman, 1 and done, as Waddington working the boards. They're saying what a sign Waddington was, as she could do it all. She was a little delayed in signing with Montana, although she knew she wanted to go to play for the Lady Grizz.
Well, that's a huge ad for Montana, the Coeur d'Alene product. She had 15 second half points against Montana State in the first outing, where the Lady Grizz played Montana State to 1.
Morales makes it a 10-point ball game. She now has 20. She has half of her team's points. And Montana needs to find some offense. MJ Bruno leads all scorers for the Lady Grizz. The switch, and Waddington makes it look easy.
Just so strong to the hoop.
I think you do that all day, Krista. I think if you're Waddington, you've got the size, you're creating some mismatches.
She's got that agility too, and that knack to get to the basket.
Morales throws it off Bruno, so it's going to stay Bobcat basketball. Picton back into the game.
When we talked to Coach Harris last night, we talked about, do you think legs are going to be an issue with how much basketball you've played? And he just said to us, why not? Why not just go out there? There's no time to be sick. There's no time to be hurt. This is the moment.
Mind over body is what he's saying. Just keep thinking it as the shot clock works its way to 8. Morales. Rebound Montana. Again, this is a second half Montana team. We've seen it all Big Sky. It's like they saved their best for last. Koenig into Waddington.
Waddington just coming on really strong for the Lady Grizz. She had 11 against Idaho coming in that second half.
And here come the Lady Grizz trying to put together a streak of their own. Barsh, got it!
And here we see some of that Lady Grizz magic in this second half. Basketball is a game of momentum shifts, and right now, the Lady Grizz are feeling it. They pull within 3.
Danny Barch and the Bears are hungry. The T. Rowe Price ACC Men's Tournament already in action. We've got 2 winners and 2 more games today as Stanford takes on Cal and SMU takes on Syracuse. They'll play for the next 4 days. Championship Saturday, 8:30 Eastern Time on ESPN. Montana outscoring Montana State 10-5 so far in the third quarter. Krista, what's been the difference?
Well, it's the aggressive play of Avery Waddington, taking it and attacking the rim. She had 2 nice takes, and then Danny Barch with the 3. These have been 2 players for the Lady Grizz that have come alive in the second half. Danny Barch with 9 against NAU in the second half. Avery Waddington with 12.
Couple size mismatches underneath. Morales just can't get the ball in. That's some great defense by the Lady Grizz. Morales has 7 on the shot clock. Morales, the floater, gets it!
She has McClimate call on her and is able to finish with room. Just impressive. Impressive offense.
Situational awareness. As Trish Binford says, she's got a great basketball IQ. Wants a couple scouts to look at her from the WNBA because while some say she's undersized, she's got it. Matt Koenig's got the roll. Picton has contributed to the offense. She had 14 in the win against Northern Colorado. She is in, as Chirick's going to have to help with a very tough Montana Lady Grizz defense. They're looking for Morales. They're not able to get her the ball, and it's stripped.
Just great defense from McClimate call.
2-on-1, Barch, and it's picked off by Picton.
Just 1 too many passes for Montana.
Chirick to Morales, and she's fouled. Wow.
This is the type of pace that Montana State wants. They want to get up and down the floor.
I know they call it Big Sky country. Should they call it Big Stride country? Because there is a lot of up and down.
Right here, McClimate call doing a pretty good job against Morales on the defensive end, but she just creates that little bit of separation. An uncharacteristic miss for her from the free throw line.
She is an 83% free throw shooter, the senior out of Spenaway, Washington. In Bethel High School, she makes one. She's got 23 points as Morales checks out. Martin checks in.
You see some of this full court pressure by Montana State. Their signature trap. And they're gonna back off, but Natalie Picton won't back off.
And the reach, the Chiric is going to be whistled for the foul. You've talked about if you take advantage of the aggressiveness of the Bobcats, you can get your opportunities at the charity stripe.
They will foul you. They are also extremely aggressive. They're willing to give that up. But if you go at them, they will put you to the line.
And Morales carrying the load for the Bobcats so far. McConick trying to get it done. Draws into traffic. And they're going to call a jump ball, and you see Nate Harris wants a reach-in.
That's good defense by Caitlin Martin. She's been on the all-defensive team for the Big Sky last year in the inaugural year, again this year, a second-team all-conference player. That is her signature defensive move with those long arms.
Officials have been letting them play here in Big Sky country, essentially allowing the physicality, allowing the athletes to just go ahead and be aggressive to the basket. A whistle and a foul is going to give Chiric an opportunity at the line.
Taylor Chiric going strong to the hoop. She is the top freshman in the country in steals and steals per game. 7th in the nation with 110 steals, but she's also given Montana State added offense. The Montana product from Roberts, Montana.
Their trap again. And
right there, good defense by Taylor Chiric and Natalie Picton. And this is Bobcat defense. Speeding up play, making it difficult for Montana to get into offense.
Lady
Aggressive signature defense.
Lady Grizz are in a drought, but Cody ends that drought. This is the go-to when the Lady Grizz started to come back against second seed NAU yesterday.
Attack, attack. If you can find those gaps, you got to find your way to the rim.
They've got a 4-point ball game. Martin going against McCly McCall. Danny Barsh with the rebounds. And the push-up to McCly McCall. They are definitely trying to beat the numbers. And a reach-in called against Picton. Adria Lincoln checks back in for McCly McCall. 26 seconds on the shot clock.
4th team foul for Montana.
Dykstra cross court to Picton. And nobody there from the Bobcats to rebound. Waddington. Again, Waddington's got that size that she can go one-on-one against this Bobcat team.
Well, there's not too many 6'3" athletes that can get their own rebound and dribble the whole length of the floor. She's just one of those.
Yeah, and the Montana faithful wanted a foul again, and the officials are letting them play. But this is when you get Montana State a lot of reach-ins and physicality. Morales back in. She is now the all-time leader in Big Sky scoring with 1,867 points.
She passed Haley Hodgins of Eastern Washington University. The Hodgins sisters, Haley and Delaney, two of my favorites. Shout out if they're listening.
The continuity for Morales to go from Portland State, transfer her senior year, fall right in, and continue her scoring prowess.
She's certainly been that missing link, is what Coach Binford refers to her as. It had to take the right person, though, to fill with this team that had all the other pieces. They just needed that guard experience and expertise.
Ball knocked out of bounds. 1 minute, 3 seconds left in the third quarter. It has been a up-tempo type pace for Caitlin Martland and company as Lady Grizz will inbound the basketball. Nate Harris continuing to work on the officials as he is looking over to Matt Koenig and calling the play.
Montana looking for the dives, trying to give space in the lane.
Oh, nice look.
Oh, a fantastic cut by MJ Bruno. Avery Waddington holding on to the basketball, just anticipates the cut. That's good offense.
That is good teamwork. The Lady Grizz coming together at a time when it matters most. It's a 2-point ball game. Morales in some trouble. Martin for 3. And now the Lady Grizz are working the boards.
Matt Koenig's gonna hold it for one. One last play.
Montana out rebounding Montana State by 1. Oh, there's the reach-in foul. And you can hear the Montana fans on their feet. They have been wanting that call.
Only the second team foul, so no free throws.
0.6 left in the third quarter.
Matt Koenig just hung on to it a little too long in that last drive.
And that will do it. The Bobcats went cold the last 3.1 minutes. Nate Harris and company have a 2-point ball game. Trish Binford, formerly WNBA player for the Utah Stars and the Cleveland Rockers. She was the 31st pick overall in the 1998 WNBA draft. All 5'4" of her, and her former Cleveland Rocker head coach Dan Hughes in the stands watching her. And how about her stats as a Boise State player, Krista?
Well, in addition to her Boise State stats, Big Sky Conference Coach of the Year in 2016, 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2025. She has not had a losing season in the last 18 years, and she's the winningest coach in Montana State history, men or women. It's an impressive resume for Coach Tricia Binford.
She's got some work to do as Montana won that quarter 16-10. They took the first and third, but a commanding 21-9 in the second quarter for the Bobcats has given them the 2-point lead with 9:30 left in this game. Trying to find some offense. That'll get it done. How about the veteran in the middle and Mara Dykstra?
Just so strong to the basket. And Mara against one of the top defenders in Danny Barch. Just a really nice finish, going strong but finishing soft.
First team all Big Sky was Dykstra. Waddington's got 8 seconds on the clock. The kick out. Koenig takes 2 players to the bucket.
Good anticipation on the take. Shot clock ticking down. 2-point game in this fourth quarter.
We said to watch the fourth quarter because of the fresh legs. Do the Bobcats outlast the Lady Grizz? There's a block from behind.
Montana has numbers as Esmeralda Morales slow to get up, and Matt Koenig making her pay. She drives the full length of the court and finishes in the key.
Yesterday she had a bloody lip in the win over NAU. The fierce competitor, Morales, trying to answer.
She's also recovered from a broken hand. So Matt Koenig with some adversity right here. Just that athleticism by Avery Waddington. 6'3" versus 5'5", and Matt Koenig takes it coast to coast with the finish.
(47-47). Waddington. Chiric out to Picton, and they'll reset the offense. Again, the Bobcats have the two freshmen out in Chiric and Harris.
Just defensive pressure from this Lady Grizz team. Shot clock ticking down.
Oh, good give and go to Harris.
What a great read. Anticipation by Mara Dykstra, but also Addie Harris just sensing that lane was open. Montana State with a little offense there. Mara Dykstra to Addie Harris. The Bobcats by 2.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Principal. Let's build a retirement and benefits plan that works for your team. 2-point ball game, fourth quarter. We are about to crown a Big Sky champion and an automatic bid to the NCAAW tournament. Montana State twice in the regular season beat Montana, but the Lady Grizz have come alive here in Boise, Idaho.
This game reminds me a lot of the first time that these two teams met on the 25th of January, where Montana State won by 1, but Montana put up 22 fourth quarter points against the Bobcats.
McClimate call right on cue.
And the Lady Grizz with the lead.
In that game in January, there were 10 lead changes, 5 ties. There's been 4 lead changes in this game so far.
Just Addie Harris with second chance opportunities, just battling against Avery Waddington underneath. Matt Koenig finding McClimate call in the corner, uncontested, and she knocks it down.
Good find underneath as they get extra. Waddington just picked up her 3rd personal foul, so let's keep an eye on that with 6:25 left to go. Waddington has the basketball. 2 fierce competitors trying to brag for Big Sky tournament title honors. As Koenig had a good look, but just couldn't knock it down. Morales has been on fire. 23 points in this game. And a reach-in foul against McClimate call.
When you look at the 2 players for... That's tough. McClimate call picks up her 4th foul. This is some of the consequences of just not having a lot of substitutions. They're playing such aggressive defense. You've got to have McClimate call on the floor.
Martin to Picton. And with McClimate call, they have another scorer out now. So they've got to find somebody else to go to if Abby Schubert 11 can get hot. Danny Barch.
You'll notice 2 key players on the floor for Montana State, and Esmeralda Morales and Mara Dykstra, both first-team all-conference players.
Picton with the rebound, and she's fouled from behind.
such impressive play by Addie Harris. She's going to take a seat, but her minutes have just been key for Montana State. She set Natalie Picton up for that play.
Big Sky Men's Tournament Championship coming up tonight. A 1 and a 2 seed, Northern Colorado taking on Montana. That's later tonight. Big Sky Men's Championship. A lot of Grizz fans around. Lady Grizz and Grizz for the men and the women. Lots of good energy in the building.
Get the men and the women both in the chipper is pretty exciting.
Montana looking for 6 men's and women's sweeper of the tournament. Waddington the kick out. Koenig. Well, they live by the long shot, and they're certainly sticking to the game plan. Nate Harris says, why vary from it? They got us here. We beat a 3 in Idaho, a 2 in Northern Arizona, and we're going to do it against the #1 seed in Montana State. So good at reversing the basketball. The good luck into Martin. She'll go one-on-one and lose the battle.
They created that isolation with that mismatch. Caitlin Martin had size underneath, just not able to convert. You got to credit this Montana defense.
You have Barch covered by Morales. They've just missed by Montana. They kick it out to Waddington. Barch with the rebounds, and they're going to call Morales for the reach-in. There's that size mismatch that Montana is just starting to recognize. You get 5'5" guarding 6'2", you've got to get Danny Barch the basketball.
But Danny Barch with just the athletic rebound. Keeping Montana alive. And right there, Matt Koenig, such a good decision and cut by Avery Waddington.
Tie ball game. Under 4 minutes to go. We are 4 minutes away from crowning a Big Sky Tournament Women's Champion.
Both of these teams just playing such strong, fundamental man-to-man defense. Montana executing to a T. Avery Waddington down the lane. Matt Koenig puts it on the money.
Morales, the spin move. Boy, she is tough under pressure.
When Montana State needs offense. But you're going to see that defensive pressure. Coach Harris is going to make a couple strategic substitutions. It's risky, but you got to get McCall back in the game.
Full court pressure by the Bobcats. And here's the trap. McCall, the cross-court pass. Waddington. Waddington has it blocked. And there is all defensive team cheering. And the Bobcats, we've seen them, they will slow it up and play clock as much as they can, even with a 2-point lead.
Well, it's offensive composure for both teams right now as we get close to this 2-minute stretch. And Mara Dykstra, just the long arms. And you gotta hand it to Montana State for opening up that lane and giving her space.
Waddington.
One of these teams is going to be punching their ticket to the big dance. The Lady Grizz giving it all they've got on defense, and Coach Binford is going to try to take all those ticks off the clock.
And they're saying that is off Montana.
They're going to do a reset. Ooh, that's big.
Kick ball, and they're saying off Montana, Bobcat basketball, but we got a break in the action. Bob Schofield and the officiating crew is going to review the play.
Ball on the floor is white ball. Previous play is under review.
As Mr. Schofield said, ball is white, but the play is under review. It's been some Montana magic, and here's how they got here against Northern Arizona University.
Just the stellar play of McClimate Call offensively, finding offense when they need it the most. Matt Koenig, huge three. And we're gonna see Mac do it again. She was sensational.
71-67 win over the number 2 seed Northern Arizona Lumberjacks. They were heavily favored to make it into their 4th consecutive championship. Koenig, as we mentioned, 29 points, 5 assists. Krista, down the stretch here, this is what they are reviewing. Does the ball go off white, or does it go off the foot of Montana?
From this angle, it looks like it went off Morales. Got to hand it to our veteran officials, and they're going to overturn that.
Bob Schofield.
It's Montana basketball.
He's one of the best, and he wants to get it right. And they look over at us, and they confirm that it will be Montana basketball. So where do they need to go in the final 2 minutes, Krista?
Well, you can see this Montana State pressure. They got to get the ball across half court, which you can see right there. Montana State, quick turnover.
And Morales will use all the clock she can with that 4-point lead.
Montana State has won many games because of their defense and that urgency on the defensive end.
Waiting for the screen. There's the switch, and again off the foot of Morales. But the key is, can Montana inbound the basketball? They got to move.
Well, look at their backcourt right now. Ella Johnson, Esmeralda Morales, Caitlin Martin, Taylor Cherick, all in the top 15 for steals in the Big Sky Conference.
They got to get in that offense. Waddington stopped and picked up her dribble. Koenig, and a whistle away from the ball. It looks like Martin is going to be whistled for a pushing foul. Just the second team foul. Bruno, out of bounds. Time is on the side of the Bobcats. 1:07 to go.
MJ Bruno with 11 points in this game. She's hit 3 threes.
Does Montana State slow it up here, Krista?
You want to take every tick off the clock. There's no urgency for Montana State, and you got to put on that defensive pressure if you're Montana.
And they're going to use every bit of the clock. Morales now will get the offense in motion. Martin, the look inside, the spin move. No, Danny Farsh with the big rebound, and a timeout for Montana. We got a break in the action, and we got a great one here in Boise, Idaho. It's a 4-point ball game at Big Sky Country. Four-point ball game, 37.1 left to go. Montana has the basketball. Krista, the go-tos have been Koenig, Barch, and Waddington. Do you stick with what got you here?
You absolutely stick to what got you there. But you also have to go with what's open as well. So you got to see what Montana State gives you, but you know, you don't have a ton of time with a 4-point deficit. Montana has gotten offense from Danny Barge. Matt Koenig has 13 points. Avery Waddington with 11. MJ Bruno with 11.
Barch will inbound the basketball. They are second best in the Big Sky from three-point land. Waddington.
You see that defensive pressure.
Waddington will go strong to the hole. Got it! Timeout. Bobcats. Oh, the freshman. What an amazing move as with conviction to the hole.
Montana wanting to get that quick two. They put it in the hands of their freshman sensation, Avery Waddington. Just that added length. And she finds her way to the rim and finishes.
She's got 15. The freshman, a bright future ahead, an amazing talent. Now we've got to see what Montana State can do. Morales has been the engine. She has been the go-to for this Bobcat squad. 25 points so far. Dykstra with 8. But it is Morales, the WNBA hopeful, that has been the go-to for the Bobcats. Final 30 seconds.
The foul situations, the Lady Grizz have one to give.
Taylor Jensen will inbound the basketball. Picton to Morales, hoping to get fouled. And it's stolen!
Huge steal by MJ Bruno.
Koenig to Barch.
Gets it! Danny Barch hits the biggest shot of her life! And the Lady Grizz take a 1-point lead. With 8 seconds left.
Some Montana magic is continuing into this championship game.
The biggest shot of her life, right here, MJ Bruno, a heady play, catches Morales on her heels, and Matt Koenig finds Danny Barge, ice in her veins.
Are you kidding me? A number 6 seed knocks off the 3, the 2, and they are staring down the number 1 seed Montana State Bobcats, who have 7.9 left in this game to work their magic. And let's not forget, they have been answering every call for the Lady Grizz. If you are the Bobcats, are you looking Morales?
You keep the ball in Morales' hands.
This is the magic of the Lady Grizz. A 3 in Idaho. They were 0-2 in the regular season. They won in the tourney. NAU 0-2, they won in the tourney. Montana State 0-2, they won in the tourney. The timeout will advance the ball. Martin will inbound it for Montana State. What a great game we have in Big Sky Women's Tournament play.
All the fans are on their feet.
Dykstra, they're trying to get it to Morales. Dykstra is going to take it herself. Dykstra with the miss and the putback. Dykstra wins the ball game.
They're going to take a look at this to make sure that she got it off with enough time. Bob Schofield clearing everybody away. Everyone in this arena is on the edge of their seats.
The basket is good. The previous play is under review.
The basket is being good. They are reviewing it to confirm that it went off Dykstra's hands in time. There's the miss and the putback.
It looks like she had enough time, got it off.
Let's take a look at the shot clock. Yeah, she got it off. And it is good.
Basket's good.
Montana State is your Big Sky Women's Tournament champion.
this sensational conference championship. Mara Dykstra, big time shot. And this is a heartbreaker to lose if you're the Lady Grizz, so close.
And the celebration for the Bobcats, their second championship since 2022. Trish Binford and company had the #1 defense all along. They were the #1 seed, but the Montana Lady Grizz made them fight for every step and every basket they could. Once again, that last bucket, which just beat the clock by Mara Dykstra.
Mara Dykstra, the fight and the will, and she gets it off in time.
And the celebration has begun for the Bobcats. Tremendous win for Trish Binford and company as Montana State beats Montana at the buzzer, 58-57, on a fantastic game. All the way around, back and forth we go. Montana State will get the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament with the championship. And joining us from Montana State, the Big Sky MVP with 25 points in this championship game, Esmeralda Morales. How does it feel?
It feels amazing. It feels amazing. Like, I should have done better with my turnovers, but that's why we have other people. We're stacked. We're deep. We have people to step up when people are not feeling good or like shots are not going in. But holy moly, the work that we put in, it shows out there, and it went on our side.
Take us through that last play.
Yeah, Montana hit big shots. They got a steal. I didn't see her coming. I should have done better. But there's 7 seconds. Anything can happen. It's March Madness. And we knew that they were going to pressure me, especially. So it's like somebody else. Like, why force it for me? Mara can go. And then she did.
Just that added length and that agility. She finds her way to the basket. She's just come up big for you all year.
Yes, she has. She's amazing. And what she had to do with her ankle, she did so much to try to come back, and for this. And I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy for this program and the girls. Our work showed.
You're going to the big dance, Esmeralda.
Yes,
you came to Montana State to win a championship, and that's what you told me in Dahlberg Arena a month and a half ago, and you've done it.
Yes. This is what I wanted. Me and Ben and the coaching staff and the girls, we talked about it. This was one of our rings or one of our goals, and I'm so happy we did it.
Congratulations. We are so excited for Montana State. You get a chance to go to the NCAA tournament. You said it's a dream of yours, but today you took the team on your back and you made it happen. Did you visualize that coming in, and what are your thoughts headed to the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, whatever the team needs me to do. I knew we were down by 10 or 12 double digits, so I knew I just had to step up and try to just put pressure on them. I knew that I put the work in, I put all the time in, so I just had to trust myself and trust my preparation. And for NCAA, this is what we dream for. This is what little girls, this is what I dreamt when I was younger. I'm just so happy. We're not done yet. We're not.
Let's take a look at some of your highlights. For us, it was a delight to watch you go to work here. You finished with 25 points and 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and you went to work right away. Talk about your mindset of just kind of opening the floor up for the Bobcats.
Yeah, I knew some nerves were going to get a kick in, but for me it was like, I can't show my nerves. I need to be out there, be a leader, be a point guard, be aggressive. I knew how Montana plays me specifically and how they play us. They're just very physical, so how can I score from that? How can I get my angles? How can I get the mismatch in the first half? That's how I got some of the mismatch and open shots.
Esmeralda, it's a dream to go to the NCAA tournament. I was fortunate to get there. Do you have any shout outs you want to give out to family members who has helped you and guided you? through this process?
My parents, luckily, they're here. Like, I'm so blessed that they're here. My family, my sisters, my training, Mark, Ashley, just everyone back home, just everyone has a big part into this.
Well, congratulations. We want you to go join the Bobcat celebration.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
You earned
Thank
it.
you.
Congrats.
Montana State is your Big Sky Tournament champion. 58-57 winners over Montana. What a game here in Boise, Idaho. We're going to take a break in the action while they celebrate. We'll be back to Boise, Idaho for some celebration in the Big Sky Women's Tournament. Montana State is your champion. They are headed to the NCAAW tournament, 58-57 winners over Montana in the Big Sky Tournament Championship. Krista Redpath, for every time Montana threatened, the Bobcats had an answer.
They definitely had an answer, but you have to credit both of these teams for bringing their absolute A game. Credit to the Lady Grizz. The 6th seed brought their magic. They just came up a little short. Mara Dykstra with the fantastic play. It's just really exciting to see a team get crowned and get a chance to punch their ticket to the big dance. Mara Dykstra, can't say enough about her knack and her ability to get to the basket. She's been huge offensively for this Montana State team. Struggled with an injury late in the season, and she makes the biggest basket of her career.
The smiles, the confetti, the celebration, and for Esmeralda Morales, the MVP of the Big Sky, she is going to remember this day forever. They had #1 seed, and everybody was bringing their A game, and today Montana State prevailed. Montana State is your 58-57 winners of the Big Sky Women's Tournament. Trish Binford and company survived the scare from the Montana Lady Grizz, and they hold on to take the crown. 58-57 champions of the Big Sky Women's Tournament. Let's send you over to the American Women's Tournament and Tiffany Green and